What's up, guys? Dr.Pep here, and welcome to a deck profile. I know I've been doing these quite a lot, and I also did 2 code names yesterday and the day before. Um, but I feel like this deck, I started working on this like two or 3 days ago, and I feel like it's a good concept, and not a lot of people recognize this deck. Actually, is my brightness down? I know my brightness has been really whack recently, so don't mind that. But this is, I call it Dream Zing. I know that's kind of stupid, but this is a Yang Zing deck basically. Okay, it's all sorted. Um, it's done pretty well so far. I've only had this for like a couple days, so keep that in mind. It might not be the best Yang Zing deck there is out there. And I kind of taught myself how these work ish. And so I'm just gonna do this quick deck profile. I still can't play online due to this card right here. It is in beta, so I can't play online. Sorry about that. So what I'm gonna do for the first duel, I will show you kind of like what I usually do for plays and that kind of stuff. But you guys can do whatever you want. But anyways, I'm just gonna get into deck profile. 2 Zenfrenu, Secret of the Yang Zing. This is the number 7 pendulum, or level 6, 7 pendulum scale. By the way, guys, I don't use the pendulums for pendulum summoning at all. Okay, I use them for their other effects. Like I usually use this one to get out like beetles, something like that. 1 Toti, Shadow of the Yang Zing. I never seen him really useful. I never really used him all that much, unless really needed. He's just a really good 22 to bring out. 1 Shawnee, Fire of the Yang Zing, or 3. Did I say 1? I meant 3. He's really good. When you Synchro summon with him, your monsters gain 500 attack. So it's really nice, and you can Synchro during your opponent's turn, like opponent's battle phase, or your opponent's main phase if you want. I don't really do that much, but I sometimes do. 1 Zephrex, Treasure of the Yang Zing, or 2. Why do I keep saying 1? It's because I'm looking at 1 and I keep looking up at the card right up here. But 2, Zephyrix, Treasure of the Yang Zing. Like I said before, I don't really use the pendulums for pendulum summoning. He's just another target that I can go through and kind of search through, you know. 3, Bixie, Water of the Yang Zing. He's a really good defense, really high defense. He's kind of just really good, and you can Synchro summon him with him immediately. I use him quite a bit, but the main card that I use is Jiaotu, Darkness of the Yang Zing. I use him mainly. If you pull first turn with this, I usually go second. It's just a thing that I really don't like going first, especially with my build. But I mainly use him. Summon him, discard 2, special summon 2, and you'll see the play that I usually do if I pull him. 1 glow bulb, you know, it's a good synchro card just for synchro decks. There was one I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. Pralo 1, Wind of the Yang Zing. I just never seen him as really that good. I think he special summons an attack position, and I never really liked that because a lot of these are 0 attacks, so I could take a pretty big, hefty load of damage. 1 Chuan, Light of the Yang Zing. I use this card quite a bit because when it's in the grave, I can special summon it. But I think 2 is all that's needed. I don't think 3 is all really that needed. He is a tuner, but I usually use him as a tuner, or him. And I think one of these cards effects, I think it's you, or some other card effects, makes any monster a tuner. So I think that's all that's really needed is 2, because there are other cards that do better things. Am I actually recording? Sorry, I didn't know if I was recording. I usually have a little timestamp right about here, but it wasn't there. Okay, moving on to spells. 3, Yang Zing. What is it? Yang Zing Path. Really good card. Really good draw card. Really good recycling. You just activate it. Boom. Put 3 back into the deck, which is really good. and draw 2. It's just really, really good. And this deck does kind of thin down pretty fast, but, you know, some people think that's good, some people think that's bad. It's whatever. 2 Dark Hole, because a lot of these effects can go off by activating Dark Hole. Like Special Summon and other thing, get some effects going. So, right now in this deck, it is better to have Dark Holes than Regekis, in my opinion. 3 upstarts, just to, if you don't have a monster or you don't have the card that you're looking for, just simple draws. I might change that with something else later on in the future, like maybe another Brutality or something like that. 2 Terraforming for Dreamland, just to kind of get that on the field as soon as you can. Dreamland. Now, I think this card is really, really good. Okay, so since we're doing synchros, I'll just focus on the synchro effect. When a monster is normal or special summon, you can increase its level by 1. Now, a lot of decks XYZ, you can also do this for your opponent. You can force them to increase one of their monsters by 1 once per turn, of course. I think it's once per turn. You only activate 1 Dreamland per turn. Yeah. You can do it multiple times per turn if you wanted to, I think. But yeah. It's a really good card. It stops a lot of decks from like XYZing and that kind of stuff. You just gotta watch out and activate this at the right time. And yeah, this is basically this card and this card are like what this deck is all about. 2 Harmony of the King Souls is the reason why I can't play online, but this card I think is really good because you always have monsters in your grave, even though you have the Zing path. You never. I always tend to have a lot in the grave. So this basically, when your opponent monster declares a direct attack, negate the attack, then banish 1 tuner monster and any number of non-tuner monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equals 8 or less. And if you do, special summon 1 synchro monster from your extra deck whose levels equal total levels of the banished monster. You just treat it as a synchro summon. So this is really good for stopping attacks and getting a synchro out really fast. I usually go for him. He is probably my main guy. I should probably put 3 of him in. But I do need these other cards. So yeah. Really good card. Really sorry, I was focused on something else. Really, I don't really use this that often, but it is there. And when I do use it and when I'm able to use it, it is just great and it kind of pisses people off sometimes. 2 Zing Brutality. Now, if you want to get a crap ton of defense and still want to keep special summoning and special summoning, Zing Brutality is pretty good. I run 2 of these. So basically, the thing is doubled. The monster's attack and defense is doubled. And then it's destroyed immediately at the damage step. So basically, you deal damage and you special summon something else that's more useful to you for the next turn. Or if you even are attacking something with 0 attack or something with very low attack, that you can still use this and then special summon something else and get some more plays going and get some more attacks going. Usually you want to go for like him or something. 2 Try and Guess. Now a lot of decks nowadays don't really run synchros. So I decided that this is a really good card to gain life points and to help you out a little bit. Basically, you declare any type as long as both players have an extra deck. And if you have more of that type, you gain 3,000. If they have more of that type, they gain 3,000. So a lot of like Nurse Burn decks run this, or they should. And probably the best card in this deck, Zing Creation. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can special summon 1 Zing monster from your deck. You cannot special summon from the extra deck except for synchro monsters. And since all this is synchro monsters, this is probably your main card. This card searches out spells and traps, and you usually go for this trap because anytime a monster, any monster, it could be Beals, Beals doesn't really get destroyed. It could be like any of your Yang Zings or anything, and you just special summon, and it just goes and goes and goes. It gets that plays going. Okay, so for the extra deck, I know you're like, oh my god, why? Why do you have Divine Spark Dragon Stardust? Well, because he's possible to make, and it is very, very possible to make him. I've done it a few times actually against some decks, and it was just kind of like, wow, I actually got him out. He's not the best, but hey. We also got Beelzis, the Ultimate Dark Dragon. A better version of Beals, basically. Gets more damage and that kind of stuff. So yeah, really good card. One Xiaofeng, Phantom of the Yangzing. I don't really use him much. He's just kind of like a level 9. My only level 9. Just in case I need to do that. You can use this to actually special summon monsters in defense if you destroy something on your opponent's side of the field. So yeah, you can. Beals, I think just Beals is just a great synchro to have. A lot of decks can't get rid of him unless it's Castell or 101 or something like that. My main target for this deck is Baxi, Brightness of the Yangzing. Basically, you just return stuff to the deck, destroy one of your Yangzings, special summon another Yangzing, special summon another Yangzing, and synchro again. You know, you can do this, pop him, special summon him, go for him, and yeah, it's just a really good card. 2, Yazi, Evil of the Yangzing. I actually don't really use him much. I should probably use him a lot more because I could pop a card. I can target a Yangzing monster I control on one card my opponent controls and destroy them. So I can just pop 2, pop one of mine, get something else, and yeah, it's just a really good card. And when it's destroyed, sent to graveyard, you can special summon any worm monster from a deck. So any of these, except for Glow Up Bulb. There. 1 Black Rose, just in case I really need to blow up the field. Like he has way too much field advantage, and I just need to blow it up. There you go. 1 Goyu Guardian. It's just kind of like a level 6 that I have, just in case it's needed. It's probably the best level 6. I'm not sure though. 1 TG Hyper Librarian. I actually don't use him as much as I feel like I should, just for the draw power, because this deck thins out really fast. I don't really use him. I do use Armades though. I do use Armades quite a bit. But the main things I go for is great old 1 Hastur, or it's a pretty good card. When it's destroyed, you know, equip it, negate an effect. So yeah, really good. And then 1 of Photon Pulse Dragons, just kind of get out this, and it's very flexible with your synchros and that kind of stuff. Side deck, I don't really have much. I was thinking about this, but then I was like, wait, no, so I actually don't need that. Don't need that. Another Brutality, another great old 1, Void Ogre Dragon, and Xiaofeng, another one. So we're just gonna get right in to a little duel here, and we're gonna go to old little Yugi boy, just to show you guys how this deck works and that kind of stuff. If it wants to open, which probably doesn't. Alrighty, guys. Sorry for that little jump cut. My game actually crashed. I actually kind of might leave that part in where it's just kind of like, oh, well, okay. I don't want to verse my own deck. We're just gonna do Yami, Yugi Yami, and kind of see and kind of show you some of the combos that are in my deck. I know this is cool, but it'll end once I play the field spell. Alright, so it seems like we have the necessary materials for the main play I go for. I usually do this. Normal summon, activate its effect if I'm able to, and we'll just discard you two. Special summon, that's the main thing you want to special summon, is that that X-Wing, or not the Pendulum, level 6 one. And usually you go for him, and of course if you need to go for something else, you can. Okay, we'll activate you, and we will return 1 monster and 1 back row. Activate your effect. Target this level 1 over here. Special summon another one of you. Activate your effect. We'll get something with some decent attack. We'll do you. 19. Special summon. Oh wait, I can't special summon with him that many times, so we'll attack with 23. Never mind, I lied. Right now, what should I go for? Let's see. See, when that kind of stuff happens, you shouldn't really panic. No, really need to. In phase 2, we'll go for you. We'll set 3. So as you guys can see, he has really no hand now, even though it's not, a meta deck or anything. He still doesn't have any sort of hand, which is nice to have. No, that was kind of a stupid thing to say, but hey. So I'll just activate your effect. Pop this card, go pop that, activate, activate. We'll go for you again, and a level 1. Do we even have a level 1 normal? Yeah, we do. Alright, we're gonna go for Felix. I think that's Felix, something like that. And attack for 4,000. And that's basically half the life points. This is the main card to go for, Felix. Breaker. I'm gonna pop this card. Oh, pop that card. Alright, well, still basically game now. Well, you guys didn't get to see the Dreamland part of this deck. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 duels of showing you guys some stuff that you can do with this deck. And then 1 duel of just kind of normal, dueling. Yeah, we'll just switch you over, why not? See, now this card is a problem, even though, not a lot of decks run it anymore. It is still a problem in this deck. Starts in a row, and Dark Hole. Alright guys, that was a quick game, and I'm sorry about that. Just kind of showing you the main thing that I do and go for. So we'll do 1 more of those. Hopefully it doesn't crash all of a sudden, because I've been having a lot of problems today with my computer. That's why I'm kind of doing this deck profile, even though it's kind of early. And this seems like a really bad hand. That's because it is. If I pull a monster of some sort, which I didn't yet. But we have a setup. We do have a setup once we get a monster, of course. He's just probably going to do as much damage as possible. Sometimes the AI is kind of stupid. But that's fine. So, okay. So we will just, set you for now. Activate. Activate. And we'll end. He's probably going to run into it with, this. If he's smart enough, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just do a bunch of damage. And, start cycling through some stuff. Let's see what I can go for here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for one of you in defense. One of you in defense. And can I get the level 2? Yes, I can. Alright. No. No. You make other things tuners. And we will go for the card that I went for last time. No! Go back. I thought I almost just freaking done goofed. But I didn't. This one. No. I don't need to increase your level. We'll set you, and we'll just do some damage. Actually, I probably could activate its effect. I'll go for you. Oh no! Oh no! Flip summon. I don't really want him gaining life points right now. I don't really need to search anything. Just kill them one at a time. Since that's Belix's effect, all my other monsters can't really attack. But of course, that does set up some stuff. And that was kind of a stupid mistake. Activate. That I gain that, and it becomes 0. We'll just have a little field set up here. That's what's really nice about Belix. It's just kind of gaining life points, making your opponent weak. It's just kind of stupid how easy it is to do. I'll gain that 900. Battle phase. I'll attack this. Marshmallow. Ooh, I don't know if I can deal with that. We'll figure this out. Dark Hole works. Yeah, I'll probably just find a gift Dark Hole. Hopefully. Alright, we'll just look for that Dark Hole. Dusting out. Cool, that does nothing. And no Dark Hole, but I will, do nothing, actually. I can't really do anything. I'll just target you. And why did I do that? I don't know. In phase 2, I don't know what I'm to go for. You, sure. Oh, yeah, I could have just did that, couldn't I? Have a level 10? No. Alright, guys. Yeah, sure. Okay. That works for me. So I think if I destroy monsters, his effect was off. Something. And main phase 2 and end. So as you guys can see, this is a slower paced Zing deck, or I feel like it is. No, I don't really care. I'm gonna pop my shield spell anyway. And sorry that guys that I also don't really say that much. I'll just make this a tuner because why not? I think it's open for one turn. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Dark Hole. Add that to my hand. Oh. Set you. I don't really know what to do. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have just attacked over it, but hey. Might as well show you guys something, right? Set you. Ooh, you took 100. Oh, I can make beetles. Didn't you notice that just now? And that's who I'm gonna go for. And just attack over his monster. And end. So, he can't really do anything right now. Which kind of sucks for him, but hey. Create you. Put one of you, and one of you. Dreamland. And just kind of set. And set. And out phase, just kind of attack over stuff. In Creambow, you know, not a big deal. And I will do one, like, other deck afterwards. So, I don't really need to gain any life points. Yeah, sure. Low by 2, because, why not? I could do this, and it's special summon you. Yeah, sure. It's always just kind of fun to increase the level. If you know you're going to win. Because I guarantee I'm going to win. If you guys have suggestions for this deck, just let me know. You know, don't be shy. I don't really care what I put back now. I'm just going to draw power. Yeah, sure, we'll make you level 3. MST, oh no. Yeah, sure, we'll just gain pointless life points. And game. Alright guys, now I'm going to do one random deck. Just to kind of show you how it works against other decks, not just you know, trashy Yugi's deck here. Okay, good scrubs. I love you, Yugi. Sorry. Let's go second. Here, okay, we have the ideal hand. Okay, we're bruising Boojins. It's a decent matchup. Yes. Great. We'll do Brutality and you, since those are kind of good cards. To have these two. Compulse. I didn't actually see that coming. But we're gonna have to go for a different plan. I don't know why I picked you, and I don't know why I put you in defense. So I was actually kind of just randomly going on here. And yes, we will activate both of these. And once he gets that attack going through here, he's just gonna set up plays. We're gonna go for one of you and one of you. Yeah. Solemn warning. Alright. Yep. Let's get more Yang Zings here. What I think I'm gonna do. No, I don't need to activate the effect. Yeah, I'm gonna normal summon you. And go for you. Yes. Now here's where it gets crazy, right? This is where the flooding happens. So we're gonna special summon one of you. One of you. We're gonna get all the monsters that have attack. None of these do. We'll go for you. No, I don't need to. Alright, so as you can see, we have quite a bit of plays here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one. And yes, I'm just going to return another monster. I'm going to activate its effect, destroying this. Special summoning another one of you. Yes. Summoning you. Summoning you. Now we can go for level 9. And that's basically an OTK, I think. See, 38, 28, that's 66. Yeah, that's definitely an OTK right there, guys. That was all in one turn, I think. Don't quote me on that. But that is it, guys. As you can see, it spams really, really good and kind of just puts everything back into the deck. Screw your hand, screw your field. And yeah, thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I would really appreciate it. If you guys have any suggestions of how I should change the deck or what I should add, take away, that kind of stuff, please let me know. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And as always, have a nice day.